2024 class is signed, so any questions pertaining to them we can now answer. That's it. Coach, you want to give an opening statement?
Oh my goodness, yes. You know, I'm disappointed in the way we played. You know, obviously Georgetown played a very, very tough game, and they came in here wanting it. And you know, they did some things. You know, stepped up their game, and we didn't respond. So we've got some things to work on, obviously, and we're going to do that this week or tomorrow.
And when they got out to the early lead, how did you think the team reacted at that point? Maybe just trying to do too much, or what was going on?
Well, I don't think they tried to do too much. I thought they didn't do enough. You know, the first quarter we said, you know, they threw the first punch. We've got to respond to that. And unfortunately, we did not. The second quarter, it was more of the same as the first quarter. One of the things that we can't do is get punched first. We've got to be able to not be in a reactionary, but we got to punch first. And I think we are very capable of doing that. So we've got to have that mentality when we first start the game.
From a rebounding perspective, it seems like they just made you guys work so hard on every rebound, both offense and defense. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, you know, they were getting in position, you know, for rebounding. We worked on that this week. We knew that they really crashed the boards. And unfortunately, we didn't put a body on them and box them out. And they beat us in the rebounding war and had some second chance points as well.
They scored, I think, 46 points in the paint against you guys. It seemed like a lot of backdoor cuts, a lot of kind of driving dish. Anything you saw that helped them get easy looks?
I just feel like we have to do a better job following the scout. The coaches did a good job preparing us for this game, and that was on the scout. So just making sure we execute all the time they put in going through the scout, and make sure we really lock in, pay attention, and be aware of it. And if somebody does get backdoor, be able to help them.
How tough is that to go from kind of soaring high like Monday night to kind of the feeling you guys have now, and how do you guys bounce back from that?
I just feel like going into today, like Monday was kind of like already over. It's always a next game mentality. So I don't think we were really too much dwelling on it. I think we just came out and couldn't make shots early on, and we kind of just, our energy kind of was based off of that.
Coach, when they did punch first, what went like behind the reasoning not to like pull a timeout or really like throughout the entirety of the game?
Because I wanted us to be able to work through it. You know, again, like I told my team, we want to be resilient. And how do we respond to those things? A timeout wouldn't have done anything if they weren't ready to be resilient. So I wanted them to find their way, and unfortunately, they didn't. Even when we had media timeouts, it was kind of the same of how we left.
Is that something that you think like you're just going to do throughout the entirety of the season?
Well, you know, it's early in the season, and so as a coach, I'm gauging what they can and can't do and how resilient they are. And, you know, seeing today, I see that some people are more resilient than others, but it's given me an idea of what we can do in the future.
On the other side, when you said stepped up game, there's a backstory on that team, as you and I know. You think
Absolutely.
that's a driving force for them at the moment.
Yeah,
You know,
they are playing well for their coach, who they lost to cancer. She was a good friend of mine, so I knew that they would be playing hard. And they came in, and you know, I get emotional because she's a friend of mine, and I know she's proud of her team.
Anyone else?
Coach, Joyce Molina, after the start to the season that she had on Monday, only ended up playing 7 minutes. I know she had those 2 fouls towards the end of the first half. I mean, what kind of went into her not really playing in the second half?
Well, I didn't think she was getting in position to rebound, which she does well, but she was a little hesitant trying to crash the boards, and so she wasn't as effective as she was in the first game. And so we decided that, you know, that she would have to sit out. She got in foul trouble, and then she wasn't rebounding. So we sat her down and was hoping that we could get some production from some other people.
It seemed like Tristan was kind of giving you guys a little bit of a spark in the second half, especially like on your press on defensively. What do you like from her game tonight?
Yeah, and you know, she's, as a freshman, she's pretty fierce. She's not afraid. She got an early foul when she first got in the game. but we look to her to push the pace in the game, and she does that.
Coach, could you talk about the half-court offense a bit?
Ours or theirs?
Yours.
You know, we wanted to make them move a little bit, you know, looking at the scout, they kind of overhelp a little bit, so we wanted to get a lot of movement in our offense. I think we didn't execute as well as we could have, we've been more precise on our cuts and precise on our screens as well.
Was there ever a thought to change to maybe a zone defense at all, or were you guys gonna stay man the whole way after going down early?
Well, we did switch to a zone, Johnny, but everybody didn't do it. So, I mean, we were getting a little confused, but we did switch to a zone. We slowed them down that initial time we did it, but then they, you know, missed the assignment a second and a third and a fourth time, so.
That's good?
Very good? All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.